The words stocks and bonds are commonly mentioned in the same breath, but they're very different investments. In this video, you'll learn how bonds differ from stocks. You'll also learn what terms and characteristics are unique to bonds. Let's start with a basic definition. A bond is a loan investment, which means an investor is actually loaning money to an entity, like a company, government, or municipality. A stock, on the other hand, is an own investment. An investor who purchases stock actually owns a piece of that company. To say it another way, when an investor buys a bond, he's loaning money to a company in exchange for regular interest payments. When he buys a stock, he's buying ownership in a company. Of course, whenever a loan is made, certain terms have to be established. The same is true with bonds. When a company raises money through a bond, it's called a new issue. In a new issue, millions of dollars of bonds are commonly available. Each bond usually has a face or par value of $1,000. The face value is the cost to buy a single bond. Interest received from the bond is called a coupon. For example, a new bond may pay a coupon of $50 a year. Because coupons are typically paid twice a year, an investor should expect $25 every 6 months. So a bond that has a coupon of $50 and a face value of $1,000 has a coupon rate of 5%. This is the interest on the loan. The loan agreement ends when the bond reaches maturity. Maturity is the length of time on the loan and is also the point at which your invested principal is returned to you. Bond maturities range anywhere from 1 to 30 years. Loan investments with maturities less than a year are usually referred to as commercial paper or bills. Bonds with maturities of 1 to 10 years are sometimes referred to as notes. And bonds of 10 to 30 years are simply bonds. Despite having a maturity of 30 years, some bonds can be paid off early. These are known as callable bonds. Callable means that after a certain period of time, the bond issuer may return the invested principal back to the investor, paying off the loan early. The investor will keep all interest paid to that point, but won't expect any more coupon payments after his original principal has been returned. So, let's review. When an investor purchases a bond, he's actually loaning money to an entity, like a company. In return for the loan, the company will pay the investor interest, usually on a semi-annual basis. The interest provides regular and consistent income for the investor until maturity, which may be anywhere from 1 to 30 years, depending on the bond purchased. However, income is subject to the credit risk of the issuer of the bond. If an issuer defaults, no future income payments will be made. At maturity, the investor has his initial investment or principal returned to him. Keep in mind, not all bonds are the same. Some come as secured or unsecured, providing varying degrees of protection. Some issuers have varying credit ratings. Some carry different interest rate structures and offer various repayment schedules. Investors should keep these factors in mind before investing.